in China, there is just one narrative, and that is the official narrative. My hope is with my storytelling that it can offer an alternative narrative. My name is Nanfu Wang. I'm a documentary filmmaker. I make films that explore the theme of freedom, power, propaganda, and state control over individual lives. When I first came to the United States to attend graduate school, I wanted to become a journalist. But then I attended a documentary class, and I saw some of the first documentaries in my life. I felt impacted by the films, and I realized that was a media I always wanted to work on. Visual storytelling and potentially the final result would have an impact on our society. A lot of the way that I do film is very spontaneous, whether it's criminal justice or memory or propaganda. All of those things are some event that made me curious and I wanted to investigate more. Every film, to me, is a journey of a discovery. We're all humans, no matter where we come from. It's just a sense of, I will find something that you and I share. We all respond to love, anger, sadness. Those are universal. Hooligan Sparrow was an idea I had for my thesis project at NYU. I went back to China with an idea in mind that I was going to follow a women's rights activist. And when I landed in China, it was really hard to get in touch with her because she would not answer my phone. And then when she eventually did, she was very secretive. And it took me a long time to realize she couldn't say anything on the phone because she was afraid that the state would monitor the phone. And she was actually planning a protest against a rape case where a school principal raped 6 young girls. We went to the protest together. After that, everything changed. It became a story about how the state government silenced anybody who has a different voice from the government. The decision to put myself in the film was out of necessity because they arrested her after the protest and eventually even also came after me because they knew that I was there filming and had all the footage. It was really when I had my own son, when he was born, and when I had a lot of conversations with my mother around the topic of pregnancy and childbirth, that made me rethink of what does that mean to live in a society where the one-child policy was mandated and what it means to the women. One-child nation, I think, is probably more personal. I was born in a rural village and in a poor family. And everything that around me, since I was little, that I witnessed was all about struggles to survive. And I've seen too much of that. Fear, anger, outrage, and just confusion. How could I not know this was my country after living here for 26 years? I think that early experience made me want to tell stories that can potentially explain some of those or allow people to see their lives, but at the same time, by exposing that to change some of the current situations. The biggest hope that I have with my films is it allows people to change the way that they see the world